What's up everyone and welcome back to the channel. As some of you may be aware already from the Discord announcement, there is going to be a hidden wave hero rate up event. But which heroes are in this rate up event? Well, I will say they've actually put in a very good list of hidden wave heroes. More than likely the best ones. I will say though that Marvel will not be in this Wish Rate Up event. I mean, she has just released in the Miracles. She is not in the Wish pool at the moment. She will be in 2 weeks' time. So that's one reason why she isn't. The heroes that are in the Rate Up is Belton, Ikina, Seth, or is that Sewell? Boole and Seth or Sewell. They're brothers. They may as well be twins, other than the hat they wear and the lips are a little bit different. Their noses are very similar, right? You can tell they're the same kid. So these are all very good. Obviously, Belton and Ikina, you're going to want, I was going to say E3, but you're probably going to want them all at E3. But let's just have a quick, brief look at these heroes. Belton is an AoE nuker, and he can nuke PvE and PvP. Don't just think it's only PvP, because it's not. We do have someone in the guild doing crazy things with Belton, but he is E3, and, you know, that would go to say, because it's just crazy. Look, let's exclusives. Attacks 2 extra targets, current slash and lightning strike, but only gains 1 layer of the corresponding buff. Level 2 grants Belton 2 layers of lightning and 2 layers of flow at the beginning of each wave. I'll show you what that does in a second. Level 3, the 3 forms of Heavy Deluge all have extra crit damage, piercing rate, and leech. All the damage dealt is considered as skill damage. So that's pretty impressive as well. The reason why you want flow is... hang on. There is one here. So flow will stack up to 2 layers. And I believe he does extra damage. Or he can hit extra targets. And it will say it's on his Heavy Deluge, isn't it? 2 layers of lightning deals 400% attack damage to all enemies and has an extra 80% crit damage. 1 layer of lightning and 1 layer of flow deals 400% attack damage to all enemies and has an extra 45% piercing rate. This damage is considered as skill damage. 2 layers of flow deals 400% attack damage to all enemies and has 30% more leech for 1 turn. This damage is considered as basic attack damage. So that is a crazy push on him at level 2 at least, you know, to have those 2 layers at the beginning of each wave. So he's triggering that. I mean, it's crazy because we can reset this with Focus as well. And what is this? Hang on. Bam. Why can't I see this? Why can't I see this, the turn cooldowns on these? I don't own Belton. I don't own him, but I do know he's very good. You may have seen some clips of Klee using him in Discord. He can hit like a truck, basically. He will need good gear, of course, and he will require other heroes to help set him up. He's not going to be amazing just on his own, and there isn't many heroes who are amazing just on their own. Ikina definitely needs E3. You know, 100% needs E3. Level 1 increases the duration of Wear the Ocean by 1 turn and grants self-immunity to all control effects when self is under Wear of Ocean status. Level 2 increases self-skill damage dealt by 12% or by 20% if she's under Wear of Ocean. Level 3 is the big one. Spiral Spike has an extra 100% piercing rate, meaning we're ignoring all defense, and consumes at most 4 layers of Vortex debris. So, if she has 10 layers, you start then using the skill 4, because you're only losing 4 layers at a time rather than losing all of it. So without E3, don't use Ikina. If you have E3, enjoy her. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. She is a big single target damage nuker. And the way it is, I know it's a 7 turn cooldown, but with the 5, it's not too bad because she gets an extra turn after, which makes it 4 straight away. And then a 3 after using this one, I believe. So you use it, it's 5, then a 4. When we use this one, my god, my maths is awful. But the rotation isn't quite as bad as first seems. And I would like to see someone using Ikina with Marvel, because don't forget, they're both blue mark. and that's going to reduce this cooldown by an extra 1 turn, and she's going to have a fast turnaround if she's paired up with Marvel and Blue Mark Tower. Just double, yeah, Marvel is 100% Blue Mark, so there you go. Marvel and Ikina work very well together. Now, Sewell is an interesting hero. He is good because, you know, he deals 4 stages of 65% defense damage each to all enemies. The first stage is a 75% chance to reduce the target's defense by 60% for 2 turns. That's pretty huge. I'm not going to lie. That's a huge setup for an AoE nuke team, direct damage. You know, if everyone's got defense down, you're going to be hitting your next hit very hard, especially if they don't have cleanse. So PvE as well, it could potentially build up to a very strong AoE damage team. You will still need a single target damage dealer or a dotter, because the boss is still going to be tough. Okay, he's still going to be tough. He's also increases self-defense by 15% and reduces attack damage and skill damage dealt to him. He increases his self-turn meter. He can inflict wet 2, meaning basic attack damage dealt by that enemy is 40% less. And on the skill switch, he doesn't. It's his brother that does the shield. But when they're together, they do work even better. He is immune and also cannot be stacked with a buff counterattack, so he can't stack counterattack after he's buffed it himself. Brother Togetherness here. Seth and Sewell fight together. When brothers are of the same mind, they can cut through metal. I can't remember exactly what that does. Does it even show in the overview? It's going to be down the bottom, isn't it? It's new. No, it's not. Where is Brother Togetherness? Have I gone past it? Brother Togetherness. Is it not on here? Why don't they have it on here? Well, that's silly. That's really silly. I swear if I've missed it, I haven't missed it. It's not on there. Maybe it's on Seth's skills that we read. When it exclusively cleanses all debuffs from south when entering the way of the ocean by casting Power of Torrent. Meanwhile, increases the total health loss needed to end Way of the Ocean to 200% of the initial value. Level 2, when he's under Way of Ocean status, grants South 1 layer of Wave Surge each time he casts Shin Tide Impact. God. If there are no less than 2 layers, the next Shin Tide Impact will consume all layers of Wave Surge and increase its damage out to 180% of the initial value. Meanwhile, the piercing rate is 75%, and it will not be removed when the owner dies. Level 3, when Sewell is under the Way of the Ocean status, grants South 1 layer of Torrent at the beginning of each turn, or when South loses 5% of max health in total each time. This increases South basic attack damage by 3% up to 20 layers, so effectively 60%. It will not be removed when the buff owner dies or at the wave transition. I haven't played with Sewell at the moment. I do plan on approaching someone to showcase theirs, because he can be very good. Especially when he's being paired up with Seth. We'll do Boole after. I think it's good that we do Seth, because if they're together, they're both very strong. His basic, he deals 18% damage or Seth's max health to a single enemy. So we build Sewell on max defense, we build Seth on max health. That's because he's also granting shields as well. There's a chance of inflicting suffocated for 10 turn, and there's a chance is increased by 15% if a target is under wet or cold status. On his active skill, he grants all allies a shield by 25% and increases all allies tenacity by 60%. This increases at level 3 to a 45% shield, and it's only a 3-turn cooldown. Seth and Marvel would be very nice together. I wonder how Seth, Marvel... Do you know what? I can see Hidden Waves faction being pushed on quite far, because the heroes are actually very good when together. Seth, Marvel and Sewell would like to see those 3 in action. along with Boole and Ikina. I think that could do very well. 50% chance to inflict Wet 2 on the attack for 2 turns when taking basic attack damage. And Wet 2 will decrease their basic attack damage by 40%. That's very nice. Seth and Sewell will activate Brother Togetherness when both of them are deployed. Increases Sewell's defense by 25% and Seth's max health cap by 15%. Besides, when either Seth or Sewell dies, the survivor will revive the dead with 35% of the survivor's max health, while deducting 15% of his current health. Brother Togetherness only takes effect once each wave. It's nice. It's nice. I think together that's a solid combination. He's also healing, so he restores all allies' health by 22% of his max health, and this is a 3-turn cooldown again. He additionally increases all allies' attack by 40%. So don't sleep on Seth. Don't go thinking he's bad, because he's a very, very good support. Very good support. I really want to see, I'm going to say it, I really want to see someone with Marvel, Sewell, and Seth all together. Someone make it, please. Someone send me a team of it and show me how it's doing in PvE. Boole is a solid AoE nuker. There's no doubt about it. This one is basic, paired up with counterattack from Catherine, is huge. At exclusive 3, you really will want him there. It's vital you get him there, because the more and more damage that he can do, it's just solid. Boole is a beast. And he can be very good in PvE content as well, you know. So really I'm not going to go through all of his skills. He's just very good. I did do a video on all of these heroes actually before. But yeah, he is a solid hero, and I still don't like the hat that he wears, or the helmet, whatever he wants to call it. Who would you choose though? Who would you choose between Belton, Ikina, Sewell, Boole, or Seth? That's tough. Like, who would you choose? I don't know. Because they're all very good. I don't think I would choose Ikina. Unless I already had it. Well, mind you, you could use eyes to get to E3. I think if you've got enough wishes, I would go for Sewell and Seth. If you don't, I would probably go for Boole. But if you're really wanting, Belton's solid as well. It's a really tricky one. They're all very, very good. And you probably will want all of them at E3. But they're all very good. They all can be upgraded with eyes. So choose wisely. Choose who you think is going to be best in your team. And I hope going through them it's helped a little bit. But I really would want to use Sewell and Seth together for that Brother Togetherness buff. So I'll see all of you on the next video. Take care. Have a fantastic day, evening, wherever you are. Bye-bye.